Hello everyone, this is your girl T from Tripping with T, coming to y'all today on a very somber note regarding complete mayhem, chaoticness, and loss of life which occurred at the Travis Scott ASTROWORLD Festival last night right here in Houston, Texas. To give you some backdrop, Travis Scott is a Houston, Texas / Missouri City native who has done nothing but put on for his city ever since he's gotten into the rap game. So can you imagine how Travis is feeling today after this tragedy? I mean, he comes back and came back to the city to put on a good show, and then this happened. And his lineup, y'all, it was phenomenal. His lineup was fire. He had your girl SZA, 21 Savage, Young Thug, Lil Baby, Bia, and for the old schoolers, he had Earth, Wind, and Fire. He had your boy Master P, Rowdy Rich, and so many more headline acts, okay? But the surprise visit was from your boy Drake. You know, they was ready to turn up in there, and then all this happened. I'm not sure how it happened, but everybody started rushing to the stage and just, I mean, from what the news says, just trampling over people. And I'm just going to let you see it yourself. A local news station covered the story, and also I have one of the attendees that was there that took to his Twitter and told his story about how everything went. So I'm just going to let you see it for yourself. Here we go.
Erica Simon, thank you so much for joining us.
And I'm Jeff Ealing. The investigation really is now just beginning this morning, but we do know that 8 people have died and more than 20 people had to be taken to the hospital. 11 of those people had CPR in progress as they were being taken to the hospital. Sky Eye did catch that long line of ambulances last night as things were trying to wrap up at the concert. Right now, we know authorities are still working to identify the victims who died at that scene, and we're going through video at this point to figure out exactly what happened. Authorities say that they are still trying to determine what went wrong. We have team coverage of the situation, trying to get answers this morning, and we're going to start with Eyewitness News reporter Pooja Lodia. Good morning, Pooja.
Good morning to you, Jeff. As we speak, police are pouring through video evidence and interviewing witnesses, trying to figure out what happened here. They say at this point they don't know whether criminal charges could be filed or even what caused this sudden surge to the stage. We do know that these victims are extremely young. In fact, County Judge Lena Hidalgo says one of the people injured is as young as 10 years old. Take a look around me. You'll see it is dark out here right now. There are signs all around NRG Park saying that AstroWorld Music Festival is canceled for the rest of the weekend. The numbers here, of course, are just stunning. We are talking about 8 people dead, 23 people who had to be taken to the hospital. 300 patients were actually treated by medics right here at the park. And out of those transported to the hospital, 11 of them had to have CPR performed on them on the way. Houston police say that they did have a lot of security here. Houston police actually had 367 officers assigned to this huge event. There were an additional 241 security officers also hired here privately. We know that this whole thing started just after 9 p.m. A huge crowd started to surge toward the stage as festival founder Travis Scott was joined on stage by rapper Drake in a surprise appearance.
At approximately 9 o'clock, 9:15, the crowd began to compress towards the front of the stage, okay? And that caused some panic, and it started causing some injuries. People began to fall out, become unconscious, and it created additional panic.
And investigators are really describing a very chaotic scene. Police officers were even on golf carts trying to get through this crowd because there were just so many people. We're talking about 50,000 people here attending this festival. We are still waiting for another update from police here on scene as their investigation here continues. We've also heard from Live Nation, which was promoting this event. We're told that we will be getting more information from them soon because still a lot of questions here that are unanswered, and a lot of parents also who are wanting those answers. People are waking up this morning finding out just how tragic this event was. Reporting live, Pooja Lodia, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Pooja, thank you. We continue our team coverage. Obviously, a lot of people getting separated in that incredible chaos that took place at this concert.
Yeah, so a reunification center has been set up to help out families. That is where we find our Shelly Childers. She spoke with some people and joins us there now live. Shelly, that's kind of serving as the hub as people are waking up and realizing maybe their teen child was at a friend's house, spent the night at the concert, don't know if they're okay this morning, but this is a good spot to try to reset and hopefully get some answers.
Yeah, exactly. Very well said there, Erica. We're at 8686 Kirby. This is the Wyndham Hotel right off of Kirby and 610 down the street from NRG. So a very appropriate meeting location. And really what this reunification center has become over the course of the morning is a place for families to come and speak with police to get information. So we have watched several families come in and out speaking to get information with police. We did just learn that a family that our photographer met earlier this morning, a few hours ago, they were immediately told, go to Bentop Hospital. We just learned that that family got to Bentop a short time ago, and we're told there that their loved one was one of the 8 deceased. So unfortunately, families still finding out hours later that their loved one who did not come home from this event died at the event. We did speak with a father and son who, like so many of these fans, flew in from out of town, so excited to see Travis Scott. Here's what this father described to us over a Zoom interview, what he witnessed and felt as he was in the crowd himself.
People started pulling people over the railing to escape being suffocated, being smashed. And then there were probably couple 24 people that were pulled over, and then about 4 of them were being administered CPR by paramedics. However, it took them a while to get to them because the crowds were actually trampling them as they were trying to get.
So the father there kind of giving you a really good visual of the chaos that was happening. This was a concert that was loud. It was huge. It was 50,000 plus people in an outdoor setting. It was dark. Lights were everywhere. And so you can imagine the chaos of these concert goers and these medics trying to get through those thousands and thousands of people to get to the bodies on the ground that needed that medical attention. So this father, I think, painted a really good visual for us to understand kind of what happened and what first responders were up against, trying to get to the people that needed that help. Again, this is the reunification center behind me, 8686 Kirby. We're at Kirby and 610. And really what this has become is a place where families can come and speak with police and investigators to get information about how to find their loved one who has not come home. As Pooja mentioned, dozens of people were sent to the hospital, hundreds more treated for injuries. And so it is very likely that there are still a lot of people who have not made it home from this event last night. I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Fucking hell, bro. Like, it felt like we was in a concert in hell. You couldn't breathe. You couldn't see. Like, just imagine all the people they're going to find tonight who was in that crowd, who nobody could see, who nobody could hear, who passed out, and everybody was just trampling on top of them the whole fucking concert. Like, I'm thinking it's probably going to be like at least 100 people who dead tonight. Like, I kid you not. Like, in the VIP section, it was so many bodies laid out. People was getting pulled out who was fainted. And the people were the medics were trying to give them CPR, and they was flipping them over, and like they was literally turning them black and blue. Like I never seen death in my fucking life, bro. Just by me alone, it was probably like 10 fucking people laid out dead. And like once the medics tried to help them, they wasn't responding. They moved to the next person. It was nothing they could have do. Like this shit really fucked me up and like really spooked me tonight. Like that was like some demonic shit. Like, and what was so crazy, like people were screaming help, trying to tell Travis Scott. They was like help. The whole crowd was just going like help, help, help. And he just kept going, bro. It was like, that shit was scary, bro. It was so demonic, bro. And mind you, y'all see the type of music I make. Y'all see everything, like, you know, like I've been so heavily influenced by Travis, but like after tonight, bro, like God really showed me, like, you know, like stay away from that shit, bro. Like that shit not for you, because like he sacrificed so many people's lives tonight, like for real. Like so many people's lives are gone tonight because they want to go to a fucking Travis Scott concert and have fun. You know, he influenced people to be raging and all this shit. So many people broke in, and it was just chaos, bro. It was a living fucking hell, bro. Imagine seeing all those dead bodies, and that was just by me.